What is your view?
As it is the court, my lord, I can only make submissions on what the law says. I think there is something that interprets.
You interpret, no problem.
Yes, ma'am. As I'm saying, my lord, I can only make submission on what the law says. The law says that the court has got, in terms of section 173 of the Constitution, it says the court has got an inherent power to regulate its own processes. Now, the court has made it very clear that for purposes of the smooth running of this trial, the court would invoke its inherent jurisdiction and make an order that specifically for the smooth running of this trial, because there's been some delays, and in fact, I do agree with the court that the number of delays which have happened here are simply for wanton reasons. There's no specific reason that has been stated before court as to a genuine reason why there's been such a delay. Since Monday, the court has almost been starting at 11 o'clock because other accused are not here, but there's no specific reason. We only heard yesterday when this issue was ventilated in court that part of the delays is because this accused person are being treated in a way that they are not supposed to be treated with. So they're basically venting out their frustration by saying, you know what, this is too much. I cannot be expected to go to court and concentrate and at the same time be subjected to such an inhuman and such an undignified way where I am kept here at Kgosimampuru. Now, the court says, in the interest of the smooth running of this case, and I know that I cannot interfere with the decision of the correctional services as to who must be housed where and who must be housed here. But in the interest of the smooth running of this case, I am going to propose and make an order that Mr. Ntuli then should then be sent back to Leeuwkop, where he says he will be better treated compared to at Kgosimampuru. And the court correctly says that I do not want to make a value judgment as to who is wrong and who is right. Now, the court is using its inherent jurisdiction. And the law says, if a person is not happy with the manner in which a court is using its own inherent jurisdiction, Mr. Matlala, you know what the avenues are. It's not like this court decided to thumbsuck the decision and base it on nothing. It is basing it on the Constitution, which says in section 173, the court has got its own inherent jurisdiction to regulate its own processes. What did the court do yesterday was to regulate the process of the smooth running of this case. As you're standing there, Mr. Matlala. Oh, Mbani. Oh, as you're standing there, Mr. Khoza, you don't have a locus standi to challenge the decision of the court, to challenge the order that the court made yesterday. Because it's an order that comes from the Constitution. The powers that the court exercised yesterday are powers that are conferred on this court by the Constitution. If you are not happy with the decision that the court has made yesterday, you cannot come here in person and say, but we're not happy with the decision of the court, so we therefore want this decision to be changed. You know what process should be followed. You don't have locus standi, locus standi, what do they call it now? Locus standi in iudicio to come and challenge the court decision the manner in which you are doing it now. This is totally irregular. But the operative weight that came from the court yesterday, and everybody else was here, was in the interest of justice and in the smooth running of this case. I am going to order that this should be the case. I am aware that I cannot interfere with the administrative processes of the correctional services, but that from me is derived from what the Constitution is saying. And that is exactly what the law is saying, my Lord. I would still say, my Lord, that what the court did yesterday was in the best interest of the administration of justice. But beyond that, seeing to it that this case, which has been delayed on a number of occasions due to the late arrival of these accused persons, which culminated to the information that the court received yesterday, then the court made an order in terms of the constitution. If somebody wants to challenge that order that was made in terms of the powers that are that are granted by the court, by the constitution, then this is not how that is supposed to be happening. I think Mr. Koza knows better that this is not how things are done. And I personally refuse to go and entertain this very same aspect in the judge's chambers. Because if a person is not happy with the judge's order, they cannot simply say, no, we want to walk into the judge's chambers and go and tell the judge that you are not happy with this decision. That is not how things are done. There's a specific procedure that is followed. If you're not happy with what the court did yesterday in terms of the powers that are conferred on the court by the constitution, you can either bring a review, you can either bring an appeal. And I can state it for fact that if that were to be the case, I'm going to make an application that I also be regarded as a friend of the court in that regard. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Msipiri.